Okay.
That shape on the screen today. Hey! Grab your friends, cause it's time to play. Hey! Spiky hair or a giant cape, tiny tail or a monster shape, squinty eyes in a mask so bright. Hit the buzzer if you know it's right. Guess that shadow, call it out loud. Is it hero, sidekick, villain from the crowd? Guess that shadow, point at the glow. If you think you've got it, shout it, let us know. Bendy ears on a mystery head, stretchy arms reaching off the edge, big round shoes on a jumping blur. Could be him, could be him, could be her. Yes, that shadow.
Hello. How is everybody tonight? We have Alpha
I'm okay.
here. Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
hello, everyone. This is Alpha Proto. Here's a co-host, and we are here to have some fun and levity and play some games and get some points.
Yes. And we do have somebody again that has purchased a thing to put in a silhouette in the game. We are doing fantasy characters tonight, and I've done something unusual.
Oh, no, not again.
All the silhouettes, normally we're used to a black out silhouette. Well,
Uh-huh.
I'm using all the colors of the rainbow to blot these out. So you could have
Oh.
a red silhouette, a green silhouette, a blue silhouette instead of a black silhouette. I thought I'd do something weird. I meant to do it last month, technically.
Well, let's see if the chat, enjoys that.
Yeah.
We should know by the end. We cannot do a impromptu survey and ask them what they thought of the different colors. If it made it more fun, or if it made it more difficult, or if they just didn't like it, or whatever.
Yeah. But something I have to do while we're waiting for people to arrive, and that is I have to update the scoreboard because I never got around to it before the leaderboard. Now here is the leaderboard for this is the points everybody has gained for the whole season. Outcast is here, says, "Hi guys, I'm going to sit this one out and have a movie with my wife. Good luck to the other players." Okay. We'll catch you later, Outcast.
Yeah, catch you later. Lucky guy. He has a wife.
Yeah. So last week, Outcast, speaking of him, got 11 spots where he got first place. So that gives him 33 points. And then he got 2 second place. So that gives him 37 points.
All right. Outcast is cruising. Outcast is in first place anyway, so it's like, he could skip a few games, hang out with his wife.
Yeah. How's my voice now? How's my voice now? Outcast, he was just saying I was low, so that's why I'm asking him.
Oh. Maybe I'm just too loud.
Well, this is the overall points for the season because he risked a couple times and he got those extra 100 points. Now,
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So Fizz is actually in first place.
but if we look at the leaderboard for like the points during thing, um,
Uh huh.
Outcast is technically above him because he
Hmm.
he did lose the first time he tried to fool people. He did lose some points there. He spent 100 points. He only got 50 back. He never got more than things. So
Oh, okay. I see what
it,
you mean.
so that affects things. This is the point. If like the points accumulated for the whole season, it doesn't include any spent points or whatever, you know. So, but anyways, as I said, he got 37 points last week, Outcast. So he is 512 now there. And of course, Fizz didn't get any last time.
Oh, was Fizz gone?
Fizz didn't. He came in late and near the last few rounds and didn't know any of them. And for the few that right, he didn't want to, for whatever reason, say, hey, I believe this guy's right. I'm going to take his answer.
Hmm. Okay.
Uh, did you have last week's points? I have last week's point. I'm just about to add them now. I asked if you answer it after I answered the question. Well, I guess that's good. So this is chalk. Let's say I said 512. So we're going to change outcasts on all of these right away because it's going to be the same across the board. Okay, night outcasts.
Have fun. Happy Independence Day.
Yeah, oh yeah, that reminds me. I will not be doing a stream on Saturday morning like I thought.
Oh, why not?
The singles, one of the singles, Christian single groups that I'm a part of here, they're doing a walk at like 9:45 in the morning. So I
Oh,
want to,
they walk.
yeah.
Everybody just walk in Canada. What if there's moose or bears and stuff?
There ain't no moose. There ain't no bear.
I don't know. I've heard about them.
Not around here, anyways.
You have to protect all the women.
Okay, so
Like, get behind me.
we have to make this leaderboard a little bit bigger.
All right.
Because last week we had a new contestant. And that was Mike Walters. He got a couple questions right.
That's fair.
So we have to add him onto the leaderboard. And he got a total of, let's see, 6 points. He got 2 first place.
That's not bad.
So that puts him in 7th place.
And since Outcast isn't here, he comes back. He'll get even more points. Have a chance to spend them later.
Outcast said Happy Independence Day.
Mhm.
Okay, so apparently Matt has 10 on his layer. We need to get that 10 off of there. Control X, Control V. And we're going to bring this right up to the top. Under layer 2. We're going to move it up. So it's in that place there. And then we're going to come to this layer here. I'm going to put an 11 there. That's a controls and we're going to merge that with layer below. And then just above Raggedy, we're going to add a new layer. We're going to call it Mike. And we'll put his name there. And 6.
We are happy to have you, Mike.
And we need to do the same to this board here, too. The points for the whole season board. Okay, did I? Yes, I did the same thing with Matthew on this one, too. So those guys all need to come down. We're going to need to circle that 10. Bring it up. And need to cut Control Z. Oh, oh, we did an undo and we wanted to cut.
Mhm.
Control X, Control V. Bring that up above layer 2. And go to layer 2 and put an 11. Okay. There we go. Merge one and the layer below. And again, just above Raggedy, you know what? We're just gonna copy the mic layer from the other one and just above Raggedy again. we will put in money. There. So that's done. That one's save that. That's done. This is updated. And then we need to save as a PNG. And as I save as a PNG, it will automatically update in here.
That's convenient.
There, so and nobody can see my face all this time.
Yep. Oh, I thought you were eating.
No,
I was like, oh, he's having manners. He's not one of those streamers who eats on stream. Lets everybody see his food in his mouth.
sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Although I was eating an orange earlier, or tangerine, or whatever.
See? Thank you for being courteous to the people who don't want to watch you eat. This is not a mukbang stream. This is a silhouette game.
True.
We're
Well,
classy.
it is quarter after, and we have no one here.
Uh-oh.
The person who put in might just win by default. If there's nobody here to
Hey, that's
guess.
the best way to win.
So we're supposed to start this time. So you know what? Whether people are here or not. So we are doing round 1. Let's see whether people know who it is. And I forgot to take off the name.
Wait, what? Had the name on there?
No,
missed
like by the name I meant the silhouette game name.
Oh, okay. Well, you need proper branding, so that doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah, but it does interfere with people seeing what the image is, possibly. So, do you think you know who this fantasy character is?
No. Oh, yes, I do. I know who it is. Yes.
What do you think of the color for the silhouette?
It's. I think it's fitting. It might actually hint at what color the actual object is. The character is.
Yeah, I was thinking that a little bit for the first few, you know.
You know what? You could just start the timer since no one's here. We could probably get through the stream faster.
Yeah. Let's see what
But yeah,
we're
I
counting.
have an idea. I think it is. Hey, there it is.
Yeah, and there it goes.
Oh, it disappeared. Wait, is that it? That super small dot down there?
That was it. There we go.
Ah. Maybe someone can show up and get the steal. You're drinking on stream. You can get banned for that.
You can get banned for drinking water on stream?
Sure, water. It's just water.
If
That
it was
big
water,
Canadian
would I go
flag.
like this? No.
Woo.
Okay, so the timer is
Got
up.
Mountain Dew.
The timer is up.
Okay.
And Nobody seems to be here to guess. So
Right.
you want to guess?
I guess it's the Cowardly Lion.
Well, it is a lion,
Aha! All right.
but it's a different lion.
There's more?
There's Aslan.
I don't know that.
The Lion and the Witch in the Wardrobe?
That's British. I don't watch British stuff.
They made several motion pictures about it.
I've never watched a movie called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
The Chronicles of Narnia?
Well, that's something different, isn't it?
No, that's part of them.
I did see part of a BBC show of Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe when I was a kid. And one kid just wanted Turkish delights.
Yeah,
Just kept begging
Edward.
for Turkish delight.
Edward.
It's the only thing I remember.
Ah. Well, of course, Aslan in that is supposed to represent Jesus. They were done by
Huh?
C.S. Lewis.
Are we jumping to conclusions here?
No, it was supposed to be an allegory.
Did he say that?
Yeah,
Whoa. Okay. Well, do you have an allegory for Jesus and Canadian Shield, or is it just Jesus?
it's just Jesus.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
Since
No confusion
as much as it's a different universe, it's very similar to ours. I would actually, if you haven't read The Lion, the Witch, or The Chronicles of Narnia, I would definitely recommend it. They're good books. They're not big. Or
I'm not a great reader.
or
It doesn't have
audio,
papers to lose attention.
or get an audiobook of it.
Yeah,
The-
actually, I could see myself listening to an audiobook because then I imagine it in my mind easier. That's the thing
Or-
about me reading books so slow. It's like I have to picture it.
Or even, although it doesn't go 100% with the books, but it's pretty good. Even the more recent ones that I think it was Disney did.
Disney. You said Jesus was in this.
Yeah, well,
hate
Aslan is supposed to represent Jesus, and this was before they went totally 100% woke, or maybe it was Lionsgate. I forget who did them a few years ago, probably 20 years ago now. They did like 3 of the films, 3 of the books. Anyways, that round was
GGs.
not tamed.
Well,
Just like Aslan, he is not a tame lion.
okay.
So round 2. Okay, now do you think you know who this one is?
This one's easy. I don't understand. I was surprised to use one that was so difficult for number 1, but this is number 2, so it should be easier.
Yeah, well, I thought everybody would have known Aslan. I'm surprised you didn't.
No, what? I don't read. I only read in school because we had a program called Abbott, and we get points and stuff, and we win prizes for all the books we read.
Well, like I said, it's been made into an audiobook. It's been done movies and cartoons. Or cartoon movies. And live action movies. And the BBC series that you were saying about.
I don't even know what year that series came out. I just know it was on videotape when we watched it when I was a kid.
Yeah, I have it.
Is it better than the Narnia stuff?
That is
As far as
Narnia.
accuracy. Well, I mean, you said you have the old one from the 80s or 70s.
Yeah, it's a little bit more, I think, on par with it, but somebody's dressed up in a beaver uniform outfit instead of
Ooh.
having a CG beaver in it.
Oh,
So it looks a little bit more ridiculous. Although they did
ridiculous.
a few more of the books too. So there we
See?
have.
All right. Any guesses?
Nope.
All right. Well, I guess I can give my guess.
Yes.
I didn't watch it, or read it, but I'm pretty sure this is Dumbledore from Harry Potter.
You are 2 for 2.
But
This
I've
is
got the last one wrong.
Yeah, and you got this one wrong. This is
Oh,
Gandalf.
man, all these wizards look alike. All
Uh,
dressing their hats and
CJ Posh said it's Gandalf just before it revealed, so we're gonna give him some points.
GG's. At least someone knew what it was. Good work, CJ.
Oh, just write Posh in here. Oh, he didn't get the first one.
The second one.
Hey, Metal.
The metal has arrived. You cannot stop the metal. Many have tried. They have failed to stop the metal.
Well, you will be on a leaderboard for next week. Well, technically, you'll be on 2 leaderboards. The one for points for the whole thing, and the one for the points for present. To get in the top 5, you need to get more than 44 points. Or at least 44 points. And Metal says that would be 0 for 2, Rick, not 2 for 2. Okay.
Oh, man. You saw that. Hey, the metal. I showed the SGC 2015 stream game show with you as Captain N. That video of it, and I was on stream and I streamed it to everyone before they could see. Fizz got to see you and Cross, and they were like, "Whoa, he's not that great at Contra, but he sure is good at trivia."
Yeah, but wouldn't it be 2 for 2 for getting them wrong? Metal?
No, because it wouldn't be a 2. It would be a 0. It would be 0 to 2. 2 for 2. I mean, you got 2 and I got 2.
No, well, 2 out of 2. And
2 out of
you.
2. That'd be 0 out of 2.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wouldn't be you got 2 wrong out of 2. I don't know. Anyways,
That'd be 0 to 2.
time for this guy just to disappear. And, let's make round 3 appear. Now, do you think the colors are throwing you off? Do you think it would help if they were just all black? Oh, and what do you guys think of the colored versions of the silhouettes? I was mentioning to Metal I might do this.
So far, I think it makes it more variety. It keeps the eyes active, stimulating.
Metal says they could see me play Contra after not sleeping at all that weekend.
You got 3 tries, Metal. And then you finally got to the boss and then they killed you. It was an endurance test, I guess.
CJ Posh says it's Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon.
I
Is
thought that was
that
a
an-
comic, a Finnish comic, or there's a Belgian comic.
There's been several animated things of How to Train Your Dragon, and of course, there's been the live action that they recently did. And since he seems to be the only one here, you do want to make a guess? Do you think he's correct? Do you think this is somebody else?
You know what? I've been wrong these past 2 times, so I'm going to side with the chat now. Yes, this is Asterix.
Well, that was a wise decision. It is Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon.
Huh.
So CJ Posh gets another right answer.
I thought Asterix was like a Viking with a hat and wings on it, and from a Belgian comic.
Well, maybe before, but not for this one.
Oh man.
Let's see. Metal says, I've explained why it went down that way on a couple of streams and interviews before. I was on my 3rd day without sleep and my brain defaulted to Contra Golf instead of playing normal.
Well, that convention was 24 hours, so and that was the last 2 hours of it, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And Posh says he's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So let's we've done some training for round 3. Let's train into round 4. See whether Posh can get round 4 train whether he's trained up enough to get round 4. And
Okay, this one's a little harder to see.
Metal says that's Asterix, not Astrid.
Oh, I've never actually heard anybody read it so out loud, so let's just guess. Yeah, this one's harder to see. That's a little yellow.
So does that mean you don't have an idea of who this is?
Give me a few seconds. I'll wait for the chat.
CJ Posh is yet to say anything. If you're not going to guess CJ Posh, let me know. That way we can go on. Metal says, yeah, maybe keep the colors dark instead of bright yellow. Make it gold or bronze. Yeah, I was just trying to be a little. It does, I admit, a bit blend in a little bit with the white. A little bit too much. Or if you do a bright color, make the background black for the contrast. Yeah, that would mean having to put in another background. Which I guess I could do. But shoot.
Maybe the user interface, you could pick a new color for this. Since it's all white. Make it more exciting.
Well, what I probably could do, let's put it here. for this one. Control A.
Ha! That's easier to see.
CJ
Now I know
Posh.
that I have no clue what this is.
CJ Posh says, "Yeah, I probably don't know this character." Well, I think you do, CJ Posh. And I think Alpha knows it too.
I don't know.
You just don't know that you know it.
I don't know that I don't know it.
So with
That's a double negative, which means I do know it.
now that I gave a black background, are you still saying you don't know it, CJ Posh? And then he says, "Oh, it's Harry Potter."
See?
Would you concur with that assessment?
Okay, yeah. Since this is number 4 and that character is very popular, I will say yes, that is Harry Potter.
Well, things got a little hairy there for a while, but yes, it is Harry Potter. So CJ Posh gets another one. He's now up to 9 points. He says, yeah. Will he be able to get 12?
Maybe.
Let's see. Let's see how hairy things get in round 5 for him.
Okay, I think I might know this one.
Posh says the broom was throwing me off, but then he gave it away. Yeah, when you could.
Huh?
Well, I think when it was a white background, you couldn't really make out that it might have been a broom. But once he had the black background with that yellow, he could tell that it was maybe a broom.
Yeah,
The-
I helped a lot.
Let's see whether. Not sure whether that helps or not. He said exactly. And if you gotta let me know each round whether you're guessing or not, whether you're giving up. Or CJ Posh, especially since you're the only one here at the moment. Well, Middle's here, but he's not guessing.
You cannot force the metal to guess. Metal does things on the metal's own time.
Because this is not necessarily a never ending game, you know.
That's true. We got time limits. It's a primetime show.
When did you start? Technically 9 o'clock, and then we didn't start till about 9:16.
We're waiting for a contestant.
Yeah. The silhouette game starts at 9. Because I would have started at 10, but Fitzjoseph, not Fitzjoseph, Alpha
Hello.
said 9 was better for him to do it than 10.
Because I get sleepy.
I don't know whether you would or not. It probably is a little bit before your time, Posh. But you could have seen the movies it was in. Fitzgerald says, I still have to get used to the new schedule. But we are only on round 5. And Outcast isn't here tonight. He's spending some time with his wife doing a movie. We have my real life friend here guessing some stuff. Metal says, just make a lucky guess. I think Metal knows who's this. He says, Posh says, it's Ka. I'm not sure who Ka is, but who do you believe he's correct? Do you think this is something else? Or I think you know who Ka is?
Yeah, Ka is a character, the snake from the Jungle Book movie and book. I think the name actually translates to snake.
And then we have Fitzchozo saying Falcor. I think that's how you pronounce it.
That doesn't even look like a bird.
He says from the Jungle Book. Well, Posh said from the Jungle Book. From the Jungle Book. And then Fitzchozo says, I saw the movie as a kid.
Oh, the Jungle Book? Yeah.
No. Well, I think he means the movie where he's believing this came from Falcor, Falkor.
Oh, not a C?
No. So, we have 2 guesses. We have Ka from the Jungle Book by C.J. Posh, and then we have Falcor from whatever movie Fitzjozo saw as a kid. Do you think do you think either of these guys is correct? And if so, which one? And if not, do you have an opinion on who this character is?
Well, I trust Fizz. Fizz says he saw the Falcon, so I'm going with Fizz.
It's not. It translated it wrong. Falcor, not Falcons.
It sounds British. That's how British people say it, I guess. But yeah, I'm going with Fizz's answer.
Well, it was a never-ending round. Well, actually, this wasn't a never-ending round, but this is from the never-ending story, being Falcor. So Fizz got number 5. And actually, they had several never-ending story movies. I think there was 2 sequels to it, so there was number 2 and number 3.
Cool. I remember that. It scared me.
It scared you?
Oh, the movie scared me. There was a lot of scary stuff.
Well, number 5, round 5 was not a never-ending round. But neither is 6, so let's move on to it. So this won't be a never-ending game. Metal says, I'm a luck dragon. It was a book originally. And that's it. Fitzjoseph says, let's pretend the sequels don't exist. Metal says, you know, Fizz? I agree. And we do have a guest for this one already from Fitzjoseph saying, Xena.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
And we are only on round 6, so it's very possible that he could be right.
Mhm.
And CJ Posh, if you think so, you only get one guess per round, but if you haven't made your guess and you think somebody else has said the right answer in the chat, feel free to copy them if you think they have the right answer. It gets you points. Possibly, if they have the right answer. If they don't, it doesn't get you points. But you know how you get no points at all for sure? No guesses.
Hey, absolutely.
And what are people thinking of me switching up the in the chat, switching up the color of the silhouettes? CJ Posh is thinking. Well, don't think too hard. Don't need to start a fire.
How would thinking start a fire?
You know all that smoke coming out of his ears? Because he's
Okay,
thinking
you
too
got the
hard.
doctor.
Fitzgerald says, why are the silhouettes colored now? I just wanted to try something different. I was planning on doing it last month.
Just to, make things more exciting.
Fitzgerald says, I would prefer them just being black. Okay.
Okay, is it time for the timer?
Yeah,
Does
you know
everyone
what?
ask?
It might be time. Well, we got one answer and then one person. Not Fitzgerald. CJ Posh says, I don't know. I'll go with Fitz's answer. So you got to write it. You actually have to write it. You can't just say you're going with it. I know. I'm a stickler. So, CJ Posh did go with Xena as well, as he said, taking his answer. Do you think they're correct? Do you think this is somebody else? What's your thoughts,
Well-
Alpha?
I see the red silhouette, and the first thing I think is Red Sonja. But yeah, just to be different, I'll say Red Sonja, and not Lucy Lawless.
Well, you're in the red and they're in the black. Or is that the reverse? It is Xena.
Oh, okay. What used to red? Distracted me.
So Posh is now at 11 points.
Well, that goes to show you can gain points pretty fast in this game.
Yeah, and then it goes to show that, sometimes taking that answer somebody else said. Fitzjoseph says the J in Sonia is pronounced as a Y. So, anyways, let's cut out round 6. And I don't know how to segue into round 7 with Xena. Ah, crap.
What?
I put
Picked the wrong one.
No, I put the silhouette on the wrong layer.
Uh-oh.
So I can't.
So you can't reveal this one?
Yeah, but I know who it is.
Of course you know who it is. You made it.
Metal says, no, you got it right. Red is in debt and black is in the clear. Fitzgerald says Tyronian Lannister. I know mispronounce that name. And CJ Posh concurs with Fitzchozo, says it and says, yo, you beat me to it.
Yep.
Fitzchozo says the midget of the Game of Thrones. I couldn't remember his name. So do you believe they are correct or do you believe they are wrong?
That is Grumpy from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Well, you're going to be a bit grumpy because their debt is paid. Because the Lannister always pays their debts.
Oh, so they got it?
Yes.
Oh, man. Never read those books. I don't read books.
Well, I didn't read the books either. I watched the TV series.
That was an R-rated show. I'm not watching that.
CJ Posh says, no, I don't agree with him. He stole my answer.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not saying you stole his answer. I'm just saying you're in agreement that it is however you say his name, Lannister. Mm-hmm. I just said you concur with him, as in you're in agreement with him that it's this particular character. So Fitzchozo. And then Posh. Because I was trying not to say the name again. Because I knew I was going to mess it up.
Oh, yeah. Mike S. Miller drew the comic version of this.
He also drew the whatchamacallits. The covers to the books.
Oh, okay. Cool. 2 degrees of separation.
So the debts have been paid for round 7. Will they be paid for round 8? And Fitzgerald spells it out for lack of a better. Carrion. I'm still pronouncing it wrong. I know it. Anyways, we're on round 8. Do you know who this is? Do you have a clue?
I think so. I think so. I think there are a few clues.
Tyrion. Hmm. Uh, Fitzgerald says Alioin from Tolkien's Legendarium. Also, Lord of the Rings, or The Hobbit.
Hmm.
I think is what he's saying.
I could see how we could get that answer.
And I'm gonna say off the bat, all these answers, or most of them, I think there was a couple I threw in myself, came up through me searching fantasy characters, and they were on like a list of 50. So except for the one that, of course, was chosen by a member of the audience through spending points. Fitzgerald says yes. The franchise as a whole is called the Legendarium. And CJ Posh says, cough, cough, nerd. Who, me? Alpha? Fitzgerald?
Oh, no, he's not talking about me.
And the question is, so what if we're a nerd? I can proudly wear that label. What about you, Alpha?
No, I'm cool.
You won't wear the label of nerd?
No way. I'm no nerd. I've been spending my whole life trying not to be a nerd.
Metal says Fizz is correct on that, though nobody outside hardcore fans uses the name and it confuses others. And CJ Posh, are you going to go with Fizz's answer? Or are you going to do another answer yourself? Or are you just not going to guess? Let me know. Oh, CJ Posh says, yeah, I'll agree with him. I'll let him do all the work while I just tag along for the points.
Hey, it wouldn't be the first time somebody did that.
Yeah. But He said the chick from the Lord of the Rings. There's lots of
Well,
chicks
there's
in
a
that,
few.
but do you concur with their answers, or do you think this is someone else?
I did some research on my hint, and I think it's someone else.
Okay, who do you think this is?
I think it's Galadriel from The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power.
Well, I'm sorry, you all need to buff up on your answers because this is Buffy.
Ooh,
The Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
isn't that's fantasy?
She was in fantasy, there's supernatural stuff and all that in her, vampires and demons and
Well, that's
magic.
supernatural, but I wouldn't call it fantasy. That's real world situations. It's
Well,
fantasy.
it was
Oh, but
considered
again, Harry Potter. That's real world stuff too. Uh,
CJ Pye says, "Ben, I knew I could trust you."
oh no.
So nobody got any
Really feels
points.
Galadriel.
And Mel says, first of all, Fitzjozo says Buffy the Vampire, which is urban fantasy. And Metal says, yes, she is modern urban fantasy.
Yeah, I guess that's what Harry Potter is too, because that's current time. That's not like in a kingdom far, far away or anything. Unless England is a well, actually, United Kingdom. That is a kingdom far, far away.
Uh, yeah, for us.
Aren't you part of the kingdom? Isn't Canada part of the kingdom?
Sort of. Fitzjozo says the world of darkness is also urban fantasy. So, anyways, now that people have buffed up on their fantasy in round 8, let's see whether they can slay round 9. So, any ideas who this might be?
Yeah, I've got a big idea of who it could be.
Ooh, I think you actually might know.
Mm-hmm.
Fitzgerald says it's starting to get hard. Well, we are at round 9.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't expect it to be all that easy on round 9.
It's not. It's a challenge.
Now, I wonder if that's fixes what he's saying. I have no idea who this is, and I'm not trying. or whether
You guess
he's
from the other contestants?
Metal might actually know who this is too, but somehow I doubt whether CJ Posh does. And I've seen the movie. I know the actor, and I probably wouldn't get this.
Oh, so that's a movie. That's a hint.
Sort of, yeah, my old one. Okay, I think it's time for the counter to come out. And that is it. The counter is done. And we have no guesses. And I'm just wasting a little bit of time here, just giving that extra few seconds of delay time to see whether anything came in. And nothing has as of yet. So, oh, CJ Bosch puts the guy from Jurassic Park. Well, even if it was Jurassic Park that this character was from, you'd have to be a little bit more specific than that. There's a lot of guys from Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jeff.
I think he's referring to the guy that played Newman in what's the name of it?
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, yeah. And Fitzgerald says Jurassic Park is straight up science fiction. Yes, I would agree. Anyways, with that said, all that said, do you think you know who this is?
Yeah. I know who it is.
Who do you believe this is?
I believe that is the character Fezzik, played by Andre the Giant. He was the friendly and powerful giant in the 1987 movie The Princess Bride.
And you'd be correct.
Cool. See, I was surprised Fizz didn't get it because I thought his name was based on Fezzik. Fezzik the Giant.
Well, I think round 9 was a big letdown to some people.
Oh man.
Metal says it's my favorite book ever.
Oh really? I didn't know you were that into fantasy.
And so let's try the big round of round 10.
You got me. Brother, you got me.
Fitzchozo says, my name comes from Chozo in Metroid and Skylander Pop Fizz. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my name's a combo of stuff too.
Yes, you're the first proto.
No.
Alpha
See a
Proto.
lot of people with it. Ha ha ha.
Fitzchozo says, Alanine, the Wandering Witch. And Metal says, fantasy is probably my favorite genre category. CJ Posh says, magnificent. or Maleficent, whatever. We got our two guesses: Elena, the Wandering Witch, and Maleficent. Do you know? Do you reckon it? Do you think that is who this is?
Uh, uh, I really don't have a clue, so I'll just go with the witch.
Just a witch, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly how you win points here, but
Well, I'll just keep it vague.
sorry, but that's spelling it all wrong. And apparently, I've cast a spell on them because they're wrong. This is Susie from Little Witch Academia. Now, I've heard Fizz talk about that. I'm surprised he didn't get it. But
See, I had a
anyway,
feeling it was a witch. I win. I get the point.
no, you said witch. Her name is Susie.
I got the last name, Susie Witch.
I don't think that's her last name. Let
What,
me.
Sandwich?
So on to round 11. Apparently, a spell has been cast, and for the last 3 now rounds, nobody has gotten anything.
Mm.
Let's see whether anybody can break their spell in round 4. I mean, round 11.
Close enough.
And yeah, remember, these characters can come from like books or whatever too. It doesn't books, TV, video games, movies. Outfit says, I have no idea. So that, I guess that basically means he's not guessing. So does that mean CJ Posh isn't guessing, or he's just gonna throw out some random thing, hoping it's correct, and knowing it's probably wrong? He says it's Link. No, I think that would actually fit under fantasy, The Legend of Zelda.
It's a legendary story.
So we have Fizz not guessing. We have CJ Posh saying Link. Do you think CJ Posh is correct? Do you think this is something else? And if so, what do you think it is?
Well, there's a lot of things that could be, but one thing's coming to mind. I just need to figure out a name. I think it's Diana. Wait, no, wait. Oh, Sheila the Thief from Dungeons and Dragons.
That would be incorrect.
Come on.
Fitzgerald says yes, Zelda is fantasy. Duh. And But the thing is, CJ Posh is wrong too. He linked the wrong thing. This is Moraine Demred. I'll put it in the chat, the name. I'm not sure exactly what she's from, but it came up in that list of stuff.
How do we know this isn't someone's, OC character?
Aren't all of these somebody's OC character at one point?
Well, I mean, like, not in pop culture,
Well, like I said, I looked up, these are supposed to be popular fantasy characters. It was a list of 50, like most of these characters were on it, if not characters from their thing.
All right, it just seemed a little obscure to me.
Yeah, well, we're in around 11. Things are going to be obscure now. Hopefully.
Oh,
So, I'm not even sure how to go on to round 12. So here's just round 12. That was round 11. I did it again.
Yeah, okay.
I pasted the thing over the silhouette, over the actual character.
No biggie.
Well, so any idea who this might be? Alpha?
I think so, but we'll see.
You shall see. I see.
Mhm. What about the chat? Do they have
chat.
any idea?
The chat isn't saying nothing. They're getting nothing for Christmas. They're giving nothing for an answer for me.
Yeah, I think I knew who it is. I have a guess anyway.
I gotta learn to check on these things from now on. Two on the same one. That's just wrong. I'm messing up. It also says, I give up.
Oh man. What about the other contestants?
Well, CJ Posh isn't saying anything at the moment. Fitzchozo Corner says Hoggle doesn't have pointed ears. I don't even know who Hoggle is.
Me neither. Like I said, I don't read books. Just comic books.
Well, they're books,
Yeah, but they have pictures.
but they're books.
I'll rephrase. I don't read novels.
Well, that's a bit novel.
Ay, 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 ay.
CJ Posh says it's me. He says Rick.
What? No. That's rude. You're not fantasy.
He's just teasing me because he doesn't know.
Oh man.
And Fitzgerald says Moraine demo thread is from Wheel of Time. Okay, since we have our answers sort of from the chat, because Fitzchozo said he gave up, thus isn't guessing, and then CJ Posh is trying to say this is me. Do you believe those answers? Well, do you believe the one answer is correct? And if not,
No.
who do you believe this is?
I'm saying it's Gwildor from He-Man 1980s movie.
Well, you want to know something?
What?
That you have keyed into the right answer.
Oh, cool. I got it. And everyone else got it wrong.
Yep. Now I would show the picture, but you know.
I can look it up. I mean, I recognize the ears.
Well, since nobody keyed into round 12, what do you think the chances are they'll key into round 11? I mean, round 13. Gwildor, the little elf, or whatever you want to call him. He's
Magical creature.
He made the Cosmic Key or whatever it was called in the He-Man movie. That was trying to be kept away from Skeletor. And the most horrible He-Man movie ever. Although there's been 3 He-Man movies. I was going to say there's been 2, but there's been 2 live action. Actually, you might even be able to say there's 4. 2 live action, 2 animation. Of course, there's The Secret of the Sword, but then there is a Christmas special, too. So,
do they count if they didn't go to theaters?
yeah, there's a lot of straight-to-video movies.
Yeah, that's true. Plenty of those. I'm trying to find out what this is.
Well, Fitzchozo has given up already. So I don't know what. Give us a hint. Well, it'll cost you a point, CJ Posh.
Yep, that's true. You don't have many.
Stop being like that. Like what?
I got my guess wrong.
You fist points. You can't do that. You do have 6 points, I think it was. 6 or 7 points.
Oh,
No,
that's what it's the timer.
11 or 12. I just want to,
Everyone's stalling.
like, you
I don't
never
even know what
did.
my guess was wrong. Did research. I have no clue who this character is or what they're from.
Okay, well, I'll put up counter.
Hmm. It couldn't be that. I'm not even trying to think of the answer now. I'm just curious on what this is.
Well, the timer is up. So, unless somebody gets in the next second or two, it's nobody's getting any points for this round.
My first guess was Queen Yedrin from the Red Sonja movie. But then
No,
I looked up what I looked up what the character looked like and I was like, "Oh, no, that's not it."
well, Fizz, the last round, was in the right ballpark for this character. This is Death, or however you pronounce it, from Labyrinth.
Oh, man. I saw the heel and I thought it was a woman. I was like, "No way a man would be wearing high heels." I was wrong. Then again, he's a goblin. He's a goblin king, right?
Yeah,
Gobble gobble.
Giraffe, or however you pronounce it. Anyways, round 3 has been gobbled up. 13 has been gobbled up. Will round 14 be gobbled up?
We shall see.
So, any ideas who this might be?
I have
Round four.
ideas, but I have to vet my idea.
You have to go do some research, eh?
Yep.
Metal says the first high heels were worn by men. They were only an inch or two to lift, but they were designed for stirrups of horse saddles to stand while shooting bows on horseback.
Actually, that's a very good idea. Because that would add a lot of stability. Your foot wouldn't slip from a flat heel. What? Keep your feet very secure. That's smart.
Well, somehow I think it's time for a little something. I think there we go, the counter.
Uh-oh.
Nobody said they're giving up, and I think nobody has a clue who this character is.
Yep, you gotta put up or shut up.
Metal says they then became a symbol of wealth because it was difficult to walk in high heels on cobblestone, which showed you were taken everywhere via carriage.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
So the timer is up. So that means this round is over.
Hmm.
And this is Elena from the Song of the Lioness. I think it's a
Wow.
book series.
I was gonna get that wrong anyway. I thought it was Princess Zelda. Oh, these are really, really tough. I guess the last one's gonna be impossible.
It's hard to say.
I don't know. You're on a streak. House wins.
So there we go.
I think you
There
should
is
jump a little
round
then.
15.
Oh boy. I gotta guess, but I'm probably wrong.
No, I must admit, this one is not one that I don't believe. I can't remember. I don't think he was on the list that I have found, but I knew about this character myself. So, and I would say he is fantasy from what I know.
All right.
And people, just let me know when you give up in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Or, actually have an answer. So it's 32 now. I'll give them to 35. Or that's what mine says, so I'm not sure what everybody else's will say. So getting about 3 minutes or just under.
Yeah. I think you're winning.
Well, I forget I think it was the show the other night that I went over all the scores from the various things. I went where the least amount of points and the most amount of points were given out.
Huh.
Fitzgerald said, "You said it's a he, so I give up."
What's the hint?
I didn't even mean to give a hint. With him giving up, we're going to do the counter because I doubt CJ Posh is. Uh, so that's the end of this round. So, do you have any idea who this might be?
Uh, I'll I'm gonna guess and say Dark Wolf from the series Fire and Ice.
No.
Oh man.
This is Warlord from DC Comics. You know, he's dealing with
GG.
the magic and all that. So I figured that would be fantasy and all that.
Yeah. That works. Like a Frazetta character. GG's. Is anyone still here after losing like half the game? It's a massacre. Just dashes all over the place. The scoreboard's just empty. I can see the smile on your face, Rick. You take joy in this, tricking people, deceiving everyone.
I deceived no one. I did no trickery in this one. I just simply picked hard ones. And that reminds me. So, Fitzchozo was, of course, the person that picked a character for one of the rounds. And one of the rounds, you know, he spent 100 points to put in a character for one of the rounds for this thing. And that was...
Gamble. Did it pay off?
Yes, it did. It was round 10. He put in a false answer. And that's all right. You know, it's part of the strategy. The person didn't pick CJ Posh did not pick it, but he gave his own answers, and of course it wasn't right. So there was nobody else here. So yeah, Fitzchozo he spent 100 and got 200 points, so he's 100 extra points ahead of where he was, plus the points he got from tonight's game. So that is going to put him up quite a number of points. You know, like tonight he got how many points? Well, tonight he got 9 points, plus he's going up 109 points.
Wow, gamble paid off.
And he says, I didn't lose this today at all. Because he knew. So yes, Fitzchozo, this is the third time out of 4 that he's picked something, and it's paid off 3 out of 4 times. So, you know, it's worth trying to do if you think you can fool people. You know, yeah, the first time it didn't work as well as he thought. But I think he learned from that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's hard to tell if, what's his name was here? Outcast here, whether it would have worked out just as well for him or not. But he wasn't, so. Yeah, so congratulations, Fitzchozo, for 200 for that, you know, gamble. And what's that say? He's at 368. So now he'll be at 400 and change. 477. And of course, in his first time, I think first time here, CJ Posh has got 13 points.
It's not bad. It's a good start for one full game.
Yeah, and not being a nerd. Yeah, well, he's not a nerd, so he doesn't know a lot of this stuff that we would know. So, and that's all right.
No, I'm not a nerd either, so I didn't know anything.
You knew some.
Well, I knew some, but I'm not a nerd, so it was tough. I had to do research.
Yeah. Anyway, next week, I think I was about to last few weeks ago. I was going to be going with, I think, Max before we got suggested Hanna-Barbera character and then fantasy characters. So this Max will be a part 2. We did have a first part to it way back at episode 9 in season 1. So none of those mechs will be on, but if they have more than one mech in that program, maybe that mech could be on. So just because I use one mech from a whatchamacallit, a series, doesn't mean I can't use another mech from that series or spin-off.
That's fair.
So, anything you'd like to promote, Alpha?
Well, on Chester Busby's channel, they are celebrating the 250th anniversary of United States independence. So they're having a draw off there. So after this, you can go there and do a drawing and put in the draw along in the Discord or share it through X, and they'll show it at the end. And they're just going to drop American patriotic stuff with stars and stripes for the most part, I guess.
Cool. Fitzgerald says, what's the next game? I'm not sure whether you heard, but Max. It is a part 2. We did Max first season. Back in episode 9. So, as I said, those characters from that one will not appear, but we could have ones from the same series or spin-off series or whatever. So,
yep. Tex-Mex.
So, be here next week for the Mex. Part 2. So, thank you very much for coming by. Thanks, Alpha, for being a co-host again. As always, it was great having you here. And we'll see you all Monday for Manga Monday. So good night and God bless. Fitzjoseph says, I'm not scoring high in the next game. I'm not into max. Well, Fitzjoseph, remember, you can always take an answer from somebody else that's put one in. Get yourself some points that way, extra points that way. Okay, later, everybody. God bless.
Who's that shape on the screen today? Hey! Grab your friends, 'cause it's time to play. Hey! The show is over, it is game over. Some silhouettes were cutting right. Some silhouettes were just right.